Mm-hmm.
So since that's the fact, how do you get over that one though? The one girl that got away, or that one girl you think you want her back, and you just can't have her back right now. How do you get over that? How do you get past those feelings?
I think it's through.
Yo, man, you already know what it is, man. It's that. Yes, sir, with your favorite two co-hosts of the Island God Talk podcast. J.U. and Kingmeechyyy in the building, y'all. How y'all doing, man? June 1st?
Yeah.
Ooh. 6 months of the year already.
Oh my goodness, this year has been flying.
Yeah, facts.
But if you've been doing that work, you probably gonna feel good in the next 6 months. Like I feel like a lot of work really gonna start paying off more.
Yeah. I mean, we've been through seasons of sowing, saying like you're gonna start to reap the benefits, especially if you have been working hard.
Boom. But since we're on the topic, bro, how important do you think are sowing seeds in your life?
Sowing seeds very, very important, and I think it all starts up here. It all's gonna start in your brain. It's gonna start with your thoughts, and then how do you water those seeds? Through your actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we're all really like sowing seeds every day,
Good or bad?
consciously or not, good or bad. Yeah, it's like you got to think everything you do, every thought you entertain, everything you allow in like your inner, like your circle, everything you allow in your bubble, those things are gonna affect you. They're gonna affect the seeds you sown in the ways you sow them. Know what I'm saying? So I think it's very, very important to be conscious when you are sowing seeds. Like, you don't want to just be sowing like the negative seeds, and those can come in very like different forms and things like that.
I totally agree, but I feel like sowing seeds is the basis of life, especially like not just self-improvement of life overall, because you can sow bad seeds, like bad habits, that's literally sowing bad seeds. Good habits is the opposite, sowing good seeds.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like as long as you're trying to sow more good seeds than bad seeds, you're going to be okay.
Facts.
And then when those bad seeds, like, there's like weeds. Think of it like weeds in your garden. Nobody wants weeds in your garden. So if you see a bad seed like that's been growing, tear that bitch out the ground, bro.
And that's the exact way of how the book I just read, like As a Man Thinketh, they talk about negative thoughts is like bad. It's like weeds. Now I'm saying and it's your job to, especially as a man, and you on self improvement, you got to think about yourself being the head of a household. You have to make sure that you're like no one's gonna be a saint, but you got to be conscious of how things are affecting you, so you can be as pure as possible. Because living in truth, thinking positive thoughts, and just having like a positive presence about you, that's gonna open so many doors for you. People are gonna like you more, and it just all comes back to the type of seeds you sow from, like, just from person to person. It can be that first impression can be a seed of how your relationship is gonna go with that person.
And then if you know you got a couple bad seeds and you don't know how to get them out already, just focus on the good ones. I feel like that's a lot of people's problem. We focus on the bad too much. Mm-hmm. Like, if we focus on the good seeds are gonna grow. And then you not focusing on the bad seeds, they're gonna die. Just like a plant. Like, you give a plant energy, time, sunlight, water, it's gonna grow. But if you ignore a plant, the joint is gonna die every single trip. And that's for good seeds or bad.
I think one of the most important seeds too is your ability of self-control as a man. Because say you don't have control of yourself and your thoughts and the things you're thinking about, that's going to lead you to bad actions, and later down the road, those actions are probably going to lead you in unfavorable circumstances in your life.
Thanks.
So it's important to make sure that you're sowing the better seeds. And also, when you do have, like, everybody got stuff we done in the past. Now I say everybody that got bad seeds, and like we were saying, like, weed them out, but you also have to learn from them. Because just because like you're gonna either remain where you are in life or you're gonna go backwards, you know what I'm saying, or go forwards. And it's your job as the your garden, you know what I'm saying, it's your job as the owner of the garden to make sure that you're trying to keep progressing forward.
Definitely. And with that, that's gonna bring us into the next thing, bro. Moving forward, because that's what life is about. They say the only constant thing in life is change, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So since that's the fact, how do you get over that one though? The one girl that got away, or that one girl you think you want her back, and you just can't have her back right now. How do you get over that? How do you get past those feelings?
I think it's through work. Like, it's understanding that those feelings are gonna be there. Everybody catches that one itis at least once in a lifetime. You feel like you found the one, you know what I'm saying? Some guys is with every girl they meet. But
Facts.
I think the most important thing when it comes to like getting over that is just keep working. Like, keep working on yourself. Like, any bad emotions, negative feelings, like, you don't want to sit and dwell in this shit, you know what I'm saying? You want to be a guy that, all right, you done had this bad shit happen, you done had this over here happen, girl left you, she was cheating, she did this, you thought she was the one, but okay, maybe you do take a mental health day, like one at most, but the next day you need to hit the gym, you know what I'm saying? Do something to express that energy. Go talk to your guy homies, you know what I'm saying? Like of course, as a group of friends, like, yeah, y'all gonna joke a lot, but if you do have a serious moment or something like that, like, the guys around you, if they're good men, if they're strong men, they're leaders, they're gonna be able to give you at least some sort of guidance on what you're going through, especially if they've been through it.
That's because most people have, especially when you reach a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they, like, especially like the older people around you, they tell you. That's why they tell you a lot of times don't mess with women, because it's already gonna go down. They know how it's gonna end up. Somebody's gonna get their heart broken, bro.
Because you don't want to hold that shit in and then you're acting out in ways that you wouldn't have usually act, maybe being extra promiscuous, being just reckless, drinking, going to vices and stuff like that. Those are the things you don't want to do. That's why I say, like, the best thing you can do is literally go put some work in, work on yourself. By the time you think about her again, either it's more fuel or you just don't give a fuck about her and you've progressed and your body looks better, you got more knowledge, you a respectable dude, all different type of girls want you, and you able to move on because you're not too focused on the past. You're not too worried about the future. Like, oh my God, I lost the one, I'm never gonna get married. Like, no, you just, like, the power is literally in the present moment. Like, that's where your joy is always gonna be. Just focusing and being grateful. Like, that's a big thing too that can help you because you still breathing. You woke up, like, you good.
Facts. Attitude of gratitude, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But, and that was a big one, bro. I feel like that's what a lot of men do, women too, but like go into vices, like when they feel like, but it's just to pass the time, bro. Because you're trying to numb the pain. Because I know it hurts. But like once you channel that energy into somewhere else, bro, it's gonna feel so much better. It's like literally getting a weight off your chest. Like, you ever been under a bench press? That bitch kind of heavy, like that. You feel like you finna die, and then you can just push it up. Like, I feel like it's gonna be the same way. Like,
Yeah, understand it's good and all bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the one
not
door closes, multiple doors open for you, especially when it comes to like women and
Literally.
relationships. Like, especially if you're working on yourself. Like, if you ain't shit, you a bum. Like, I don't even know why you even had a girl in the first place. But if you a dude, you really about working on yourself. You really about the family life. You really trying to like build an empire. Then you already know that if opportunity doesn't work out, then hey, it either wasn't meant for you, you weren't ready for it, or like, yeah, either one of those. Like, it wasn't meant for you, or you just wasn't ready for it, and you realize that opportunities are gonna come in life next time you seize it.
facts. And I feel like, especially if you just broke up with your person, like, the doors are gonna fly open, bro, for opportunity. Cause you'll never know, like, especially like how the relationship was. That person, especially if you're a young man grinding, the girl was probably holding you back, bro. That's just me keeping a complete buck. Cause there's no way you were completely focused on yourself, focused on really improving yourself with a girl.
That's one thing too. As a guy, you gotta understand where you are in your life. Like you was just saying, like, you gotta understand that unless you have everything that you want and you are in a complete place of calmness and serenity, your life just extra peaceful. Adding, even if you are that, adding a woman to that is gonna, like, there's gonna be some sort of sacrifice you're making when it comes to certain things, and you just gotta understand that. And hey, yeah, you might be too young, you might be still grinding, and yeah, the right woman, she will help you on your journey. But 9 times out of 10, like, we gotta look at where we at. Like, you understand, it's mostly a liability having a woman while you still chasing your purpose, because it's taking time away, it's taking resources away from stuff that could be going towards your purpose, and it's just you deciding if she's gonna be worth that. 99.999% of them aren't gonna be.
Facts. I was literally having this conversation with myself the other day, because like I was on FaceTime with this girl, like this new one, just getting up shots. And that's what y'all should be doing too. Like, even if you're not like necessarily serious about the girl, practice talking to women, bro. It's literally an art. It's literally a skill. Boom.
They don't even gotta be like trying to get with them too.
It don't. You ain't even gotta.
You just practicing seeing them as people.
Okay? Facts. No, that's some real shit. Like, because I feel like a lot of people, they don't grasp that. They don't get it. Like, it's either I gotta be with this girl. No, you don't gotta be with her, bro. But you need to be able to talk to them. But you don't gotta like cuff every joint you get.
Facts.
Boom. And then like we was on FaceTime, FaceTime date, had to get crazy with that. Shout out my man JU. Bro, we on FaceTime, and then I was just thinking like it was just pointless conversation. Like pointless. When I mean pointless, I mean pointless. Like we're talking about her coworker. Like I'm like, and then the whole time I'm thinking, bro, I could be doing something so much more important right now. Like, so much. Like, it was to the point, like, I put in my head, like, all right, at 5 o'clock, I'm getting off this phone. Like, I'm finna go read, go do something.
As you should, because it's like, you are wasting time. Like, you should have been more so trying to direct the conversation to subtly get the information you want to get out of it versus, like, of course, any girl, she going to start talking about random bullshit, but it's like, you know what I'm saying, you got to redirect them for that or ask them a question and kind of take them away for that. But that's for another day. But
facts, you ain't like, we ain't get that far yet. Like, you ain't tell niggas that. You just said keep them talking about themselves. Like, let her talk. I was just letting her talk.
Yeah. I mean, but even in that, I'm pretty sure it was some things that either she said about her coworker that, because you gotta also pay attention to how people talk about other people. Like, that's a good indication of how they'll probably talk about you, whether it's like good or bad. Like, especially if she's entertaining like a lot of gossip and stuff like that. But people who talk, like, the thing about it too with girls and anybody with a job, it's like their own little world. It's like jail. It's its own little it's its own little world. So to them, it's like so important, everything they're talking about. To anybody that doesn't work there, they're like, yeah, how the fuck you talking about what the fuck happened in the subway today?
Like I gave no fucks.
Like, oh, y'all got a new type of bread in there or some of that shit, or the new promotion that's coming the next week, y'all got $3 footlongs or some that shit like that. Like, nobody cares about that shit except for the people in there. Like,
that's facts. And that was how I was literally feeling. I care not. And it was like, but I was just thinking like, bro, this is literally pointless conversations. And I remember when I used to do this, like, on a more so regular basis. Bro, you can't be doing that shit, bro. Especially not no everyday shit. I don't even...
Oh, hell no.
Like, I don't even like that shit on an every week basis, for real. Because when I say I felt like my time was just so, like, gone. Like, I was thinking, like, there's no way she can be for me. Because, like, if she really wants me, she'll know, like, I can use this time to be getting money, getting knowledge, doing something that's better than me.
But as a woman, I don't think she really will. Most of them aren't even that really conscious of it. She's like, oh, I just met this guy. I just want to talk. Because like, you got girls that are like that. They just want to talk. They just want to keep going. And they just want a nigga to seem like he listening. You know what I said? So when it comes to that type of girl, you got to kind of understand that. But I think it should be definitely limited. That's why if you are in a relationship, what you should do is when you're working, focus on that. But say you have 2 hours towards the end of the day and that's going to be y'all time, like, then y'all lock in at that time. Now you can just, all your work is done. Like, yeah, you still could be working, but you have a girl, so
Exactly.
it's sacrifice. Like I said, you got a girl now, so it's sacrifice. And yeah, you know you don't really want to listen to her talk about Subway, but she works at Subway right now, so like it's other things y'all can talk about, and that's where it comes to like during those times y'all should be talking about money and finances and things coming up and like productive shit. You know what I'm saying as well. Like it shouldn't be all bullshit. Shouldn't be like that with anybody in your life, to be honest.
Literally. But I just think it's so important. Make sure you're sacrificing for the right person.
Oh yeah.
Like if you don't think this girl like should be the one, then especially if you know it in the back of your head, because most people know like I'm probably not gonna be with this girl. Like I'm probably not gonna date this girl. Like she's just here for the moment. If she's here for the moment, bro, be careful how much time you're literally giving her. Because I feel like that's the most important thing in this world. Like that's the thing we can't get back.
Yeah, that's facts. And of course, when you're all you guys like 17 and younger, like shit 18, 19 for real, you're gonna be, especially you in college, you're gonna be fucking around bullshitting with bitches all day, or a lot of the time more so. But once you get into your adult years, you out of that. Just like these jobs is little worlds that nobody care about. That's how college is too, for the most part. So you gotta understand that like, I mean, really, it's best at a young age for you to understand that, yeah, every time I'm spending with a girl, I could be doing some productive shit, but, you know, I'm young, so fuck it right now. But I understand later on, I got to be grind. I don't want to wait till 30 to, I can't get bitches because all the bitches that I know and around me, they know I'm a bum, like, and everybody, because after a certain age, like, women are going to want guys that can show them some new shit that they can have experiences with. They don't want to get with the nigga that's playing the game all day and shit. Bitches like going on trips and shit like that.
Facts. So, but like that is true. Like if you are that young nigga, just know like you can bullshit a little bit now, but like if you even just working a little bit, bro, that compound interest is gonna pay off, bro. Once you hit about like 23, bro, you're gonna notice a gap, bro.
I noticed a gap between all the people that didn't have extracurriculars or something to do than the people who did. Like it's definitely a different gap of the ones who were in extracurriculars. They was more up on their grades in high school. The ones who didn't have shit to do, they was coming to school late, coming to school high, leaving school early, hanging around in the school after school and shit. That shit we all done did, you know what I'm saying? But if that was you every day, then you probably ain't doing shit now, and you probably need some self-improvement shit like that. But that's what you got us for.
Facts. Boom. And I feel like it's a big gap all around because, like, doing extracurricular activities like sports and stuff like that, you learn a lot. Like, you learn work ethic.
Yep.
Like, you learn the good qualities you need to be better in life, bro. I feel like you learn more doing extracurricular stuff than actually in school, period. Especially about, like, life, bro.
Yeah, because especially when it comes to, like, sports or even, like, clubs and anything like that where it's filling your time up. That's the thing. That's the main thing. Because, boom, you got school, like, 6 hours a day. What, is it? Like, it's more like 7, 8. Right?
Yeah, I thought it was like 8.
Yeah, you got, boom, you got a whole work shift. And then if you got something after that, you don't have too much time to bullshit around and get in trouble and sow bad seeds like we was talking about earlier. You don't have too much time. You've been sowing good seeds for about 10, 11 hours a day, depending on what type of activity you do.
That is so much true. And then now, like, so being without it, it's going to make you want to feel that time, bro. Mm-hmm. And if you can feel that time with, like, good stuff, like, good things, even if you're not in school currently, that's going to make all the difference, bro. That will probably elevate your life to a whole nother level, bro. Because I feel like that's what you got to, especially, like, when you lose that thing, like, that you don't do no more, whether it's football, debate club, wherever it is. You got to feel that time, bro.
You do.
And I feel like how you feel that time makes your life, like, so much.
Who you spend that time with, because 9 times out of 10, if you're doing some productive, you're going to be with people that are more positive for your life. If you're doing anything that's not really productive, then, like, you bullshitting around, you sowing those bad seeds, then you're probably going to be around people that are doing the same things, and they're going to be influencing you in negative ways. And now you 45, you just finding out about self-improvement. You got a warehouse shift overnight tonight. You got 6 kids. Like, you done fucked your whole shit up. Like,
Facts. And that's a big thing. Like, don't fuck your shit up. Like, I feel like as a kid, I feel like you still go through stuff. You still gotta have fun, bro.
Yeah.
But there's certain things you just should not fuck up. One, your reputation. Two, your credit. Like, trying to keep those shits
literally
clean.
those two things. Like, you want a good face card in case you want to do some business with somebody. You don't want people seeing you as like a shady, shiesty person. Would you say your reputation that goes into more than just business wise? That can also be like when it comes to like women, like you don't want women seeing you as like some type of fucking creep or weirdo and shit like that. That'll fuck you up in life. Like, there's a lot of things, and like, yeah, you do want good credit because you want to have good credit is like a cheat code. You know what I'm saying? If you use it correctly, if you use it for business and things that can make you money.
Facts. Like, I feel like as long as you got those things, like your face card good, you can go anywhere, niggas. And like it don't even gotta be on some, oh, you know everybody. It's just on some shit like niggas know you not on no fuck shit. Like, niggas don't like not being around you type beat. Like, you'll be okay with doing business with this person.
Facts. A lot of y'all do not think for yourself. A lot of people don't. And we're gonna discuss that. Like, we're really gonna discuss that because I think it's very important to be aware of why you do certain things, why you have certain beliefs. Are you just a sheep? Are you just following the crowd? Do you have preconceived biases based on what somebody else said or what somebody else told you? Are you not the type of person that's gonna investigate information, or you just go with the headlines type of stuff? Like, I think most of the people who are on self-improvement tend to think more for themselves because, as we know, most of the world isn't on self-improvement. So that's most of the sheep is the majority of the world. But I just think being conscious of, okay, all these things, I'm getting all this input from social media, TV, videos, this, that, and the third, and is influencing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be conscious of that. If you're not and you're just taking stuff in, you're probably going to have a hard time going through life because you're just going with emotions with what anybody tells you.
Facts. That's why it's so important to think for yourself. And I like how you brought up social media, bro. Because you got to think, the stuff we watch, like, it literally influences us. It shapes our personality. Especially, and this has been happening since a kid, bro. That's what I say. Like, if you go back and look at some of the movies you watch, like your favorite, we was talking about this the other day, your favorite movie, it has an influence on your life,
It
bro.
programs you in some way or form. Like the people in your life, the things you heard from them since you were born. You was a sponge, just absorbing information, and now you have what you kind of think is you, and it might be you. Might be how you like truly feel about things, but a lot of us, we have things that we think, like, a lot of people don't like LeBron for no reason. Like, we already know, like, Bron got a lot of haters. I was having like a discussion with one of my homies. I'm asking him like why he don't like Bron. He like, cause he be crying to the refs. I'm like, this nigga hasn't even watched an NBA game in years. Like, what like you probably seen him cry to the ref one time, which all the fucking NBA players do, but of course it's more magnified when it's a big time player like Bron, which as it should be. But like, he didn't even like, and he's one of the people, like, it's very hard to change his mind. So he just still stuck to his guns and said, like, no, I don't like Bron. I don't care what you got to say. I don't like him. And at that point, you can't even have a conversation because the opinion is kind of based in ignorance.
Facts. And I remember one person probably said that, and he heard it, and it just stuck in his mind. Like, and I feel like it happens with so many of us. Like, it's the same for me. Like, I felt the same way about Donald Trump. Like, especially, like, don't get me wrong, I still feel how I feel. But, like, a lot of shit is, like, preconceived stuff. Like, you probably heard one person say something bad about him, and then now it's all bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to think, like, I don't think no person is literally all bad. It's the media.
Yeah, I mean, of course, nobody is just all bad, and even certain actions, you gotta think, like, it might seem bad to one person, it might seem good to another. And the media and different groups and organizations, they definitely have a big influence of most people because most people don't think for themselves. Now you got to think like, and yeah, I'll bring it up like the immigration thing. Like a lot of people be mad at immigration laws and stuff like that. And me, I understand it, but I also understand like, okay, if you're running a country, you just, hey, everybody come in freely. Da, da, da. We got, fuck it, come on, bring your cousins, bring everybody over. Like you was gonna let everybody in your country like that?
I mean, I wouldn't per se, but I see what you mean.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? So it's like, but people already have like a notion when it comes to like Trump and the immigration stuff, even though they say Obama, I don't know if the stats are true, but Obama was locking up just as many immigrants in the same places Trump was putting them. So it's like, but they don't show that, and that's because of programming and like influences from these networks and stuff like that.
Facts. That's why you got to be careful about what you're watching and think about how they're saying this stuff, bro. Because like when all this stuff was going on, all we was hearing of, oh, Trump's building the wall, he's gonna keep everybody out. Like, so it was very negative. It came off as very negative, which I'm not gonna say it was negative or positive, but I'm just saying like, watch how people are really relaying your information. Because news broadcasters, they all have an agenda, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody has an agenda.
And I understand wanting to help people. I definitely understand wanting to help people that look like you. So I definitely understand it. But being just the logic behind it, take all emotional out of it. Like you can't just allow anybody into like a country. Even if you got a tribe, that's like, boom, you got a tribe. We all in the woods. And it's like, fuck it. This nigga just walked through the woods and he came in and we like, all right, we're going to accept him. 2 more come through the woods. 4 more after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It becomes a problem because you have systems in place and you have resources and stuff like that. But we could put that to the side and just, like, as far as, like, thinking for yourself, you want to just be conscious and think about things logically, especially as a man. Like women, they don't have to worry about thinking logically most of the time, and that's just reality of the fact. They more so coddled, but as a man, if you're not thinking logically, or you're not one of the people who are influencing people to be sheep and stuff like that, then you're probably gonna be on the short end of the stick
every single time. Every single time. That's why it's so important to, especially if you're a man, you gotta think for yourself, bro. Don't let women influence you. Try not to at all. Like about the book, it was what was it called?
As a Man Thinketh. Oh no, The Way of the Superior Man.
Yeah, The Way of the Superior Man. Like, don't really, and I feel like that should be with men too. Like, I might ask you a question, but I still know what I want to do at the end of the day. If he can give me information that like I didn't think of, that can change my opinion. But I have to change my opinion.
Yeah. Like definitely make your own decisions. But don't be fucking so closed off to the world or so closed off to something that seems different. And I know like a lot of people, they get that irritation in their brain, like when just new information that conflicts with your beliefs comes to you, like that can fuck a lot of people up. But at the same time, you gotta, if you wanna progress and be, especially when it comes to like having like self-control and control of your thoughts, if you want to progress, you got to understand that, okay, like I was wrong. Like I can be wrong. That's okay. That's a part of growing. That's a part of life.
Facts. And I was really ready to say that, like, bro, you're not always going to be right. Like, it's just not possible. And I feel like that's what you got to think of. You can learn something from literally anybody, bro. Anybody. So don't be so closed off. Even if you hear something that you don't necessarily agree with, before trying to debate it, like, oh no, you wrong for this reason. Understand, why is this person saying this? Like, does it make sense? Like, is he providing supporting details? Because if it's making sense, if he's providing supporting details, you might be wrong. Like, and that's okay. And as long as he's not like doing it in a bad way, bro, I feel like you should definitely take in the knowledge and you make the decision. Like,
yeah, because it's like nobody don't got no reason to not like LeBron. You feel me?
Hey, that's really like, what did LeBron really do to you, bro? Like, and that's some real shit. And I feel like people go so hard over sports like that. Like,
yeah, and that's one thing too. And that's, if you are going that hard over it, like either you like them or don't. Like if you're going that hard to defend something that you don't know, then yeah, you very programmed. Because in reality, as much as I can talk about LeBron and we bring up sports, none of it matters to us. If whoever wins or loses, we're not getting a ring, we're not getting no money, none of that shit. And the more men that understand that, the more men will be better off because they'll spend more time working on themselves rather than sitting in front of the TV cheering for other niggas.
That is true. That is very so true. And it's like, bro, if you are going that hard over it, you probably do need to like self-evaluate a little bit.
You better be the best sports bettor ever and going crazy winning money.
Gotta be making some money off it, bro. Gotta be. You gotta be doing something like productive with it. But if that's just your thing, like you just love sitting around watching sports. I mean, as long as it's not consuming up so much of your life, bro, I say it's okay if that's like a good unwind for you. Is sports, that's cool. But for some of y'all be going too hard and y'all don't be knowing about it. Like the person that was talking about LeBron, he obviously probably don't watch basketball like that, bro. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not hearing nobody that says LeBron's not at least one of the greatest. Like there's no way you be watching basketball.
Yeah, a lot of people be hating on greatness though. Like if you can't have that mindset of, and this goes back to not thinking. To thinking for yourself. You can't have that mindset of, oh, he's so great by luck, by chance, and oh, it will never happen to me because I ain't sell my soul and this, that, and the third. Like if you think along those mindsets, somebody programs you to think that you got to be doing something bad to have success.
Facts, and that's in any career. My bad.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's literally in anything in life.
Facts. Like people think like some of these rappers be really selling their souls to get big. Don't get me wrong, we don't need to go too far into it. But that's ludicrous to say like every single rapper had to sell their soul in order to be famous. Like
now, a lot of people, especially when it comes to entertainment, they probably had to do things that they wouldn't have done for money to get into that life. But when you start talking about stuff that you can't like prove and stuff that's not tangible, it's like, why not have good thoughts so you can sow good seeds in your own life? Why think negatively about other people so much, especially when it comes to like now you have a bad relationship with money because now you see money as evil and it's not.
Facts. You think everybody that got money had to do some crazy shit to get it, bro? I don't believe. Like I truly believe some people literally just did the right things more than they did the wrong things. Like I'm pretty sure it was goddamn not Chris Rock. The dude from goddamn My Wife and Kids. I want to say Marlon.
Marlon with Damon Wayans, one of them.
The nigga that's on Friday. The nigga the nigga he had twisted hair. He got a brother.
He had Chris Tucker.
I was thinking
Chris
it's
Tucker.
not Chris Tucker.
The light skinned dude.
Yeah,
I can't think of his name right now. He got a brother though.
They on white chicks.
Oh, they on. Oh, you talking about Marlon and Damon?
Yeah. I did say it. So it is Marlon. Bro, it was Marlon that was saying that shit. Like, damn, I did not know his name was Marlon. But it was Marlon that was saying that shit. He was like, he grew up with like some bad kids, like hood. Like he grew up in the hood. Like when the hood kids was going to the park to do hood nigga shit, he went home, bro. Like I feel like that's just what it is. Like making the good choices, making the right choices more than you make the wrong ones. I don't think everybody that got money had to do some crazy ass shit like sell their soul. Like, I think they just really worked hard and like they probably did have a little luck on their side.
Because and the thing about luck, it comes with preparation and opportunity. That's what equals luck. So anytime you see, like, you might be blessed with some size or whatever, but you still have to develop skill. Like it's not gonna be just. No one just gonna be born and just be the best at it. Well, some they got like savants and stuff like that, but you gotta understand if you just thinking about it like, oh, they evil, that's why they do this, or they lucky. Like, you might end up doing good in life, maybe, but if you understand that, I don't know what failures they had behind the scenes. Like if you don't understand that you didn't see the work that they put in and you just only seeing the results, then you're not gonna understand the process when it comes to even achieving that type of success.
Facts. And we was talking about this just like a few minutes ago, bro. You got to think about the L's people have literally took, bro. Like it's like most comedians, they don't just get on the stage and sell out, bro. They go on legit tour before they go on tour, going to little small clubs, testing out jokes, bro. The person might tell 500 bad jokes just to tell 10 good ones, bro. Like, that's the kind of work we don't see. We only see the good stuff. We only see the wins, bro. So next time you seeing somebody, like, just know you're seeing their wins. You're not seeing all the losses they had to take behind this shit, bro.
That's facts. That's facts.
But that brings us to our next thing, like learning to learn, bro. And I feel like that's so important. So in school, they teach you how to learn. Like, you go home, you study, you
Memorization.
That's what school is, memorization. That doesn't work for most people, bro. Especially on some long term shit. Like, would you want your surgeon just had a quick? They ready to do surgery on you, but they forgot it, so they got to memorize this book real quick and come do surgery on you?
Exactly.
Hell no.
You want them to know it,
Bro. Well, I want them to know it like the back of their hand, like insides. And I was like, I know what this is. Even if this shit go wrong, I know what I'm gonna do. Like, if you're just memorizing stuff, that's not gonna work. You're gonna forget it. Like, it was really a study. Like, we forget. Like, you don't understand how much information you literally forget. Even like the books you read. Like,
yeah, because you got to get it into the I know it's like the short term memory and long term memory, and you have to get information into your long term memory for you to actually remember it.
Facts. Like, you gotta go over it. Like, if I just read a book, I might not remember 3 months ago unless I'm constantly even applying the stuff or going back over it, bro. That's why it's so important to really learn how you learn, because we all learn different, bro.
You gotta, it's just like the studying aspect, but studying, you gotta be careful not to just be memorizing. You want to actually know the information, and that comes with understanding, because we can all memorize some vocabulary words or whatever, but when it comes to actually understanding information, that comes through trial and error. It comes through practice. That's why you gotta even learning language. I learned learning just the words is not gonna really help you as much as if you're learning phrases, but you're also learning the context, because learning the phrase gives you context of the word. So rather than just learning how to say light in Spanish, like gusto, like you say mi gusto or mi gusta Linda, whatever you like, you learn the context. Now you know that I like coochie means, you know how to say that because you understand the context, rather just learning a bunch of vocabulary words and not knowing how to put them together, not knowing how they're used in conversation.
Facts. And that was literally a great example. Y'all might need to rewind that back, but really understand, bro. It's not about the words. It's literally about knowing how to use it, bro. That's why I said, when you read a book or when you watch a video, it's best to actually apply the stuff right then and there, bro. That's what I try to do. I write down stuff. I write down notes in my phone. Then I go try to actually apply the shit so it can actually stick in my head. Instead of just reading the book and just forgetting all about it. Ooh, that was a good book. On to the next thing.
Yeah, you gotta. That's not. Yeah, if you just read the book and do some other shit, and you're not applying the action that you learn from the book, then you're not gonna learn. And you do have to you got to unlearn and relearn a lot of stuff when you start to understand these concepts of just actually knowing how to learn, because you probably how we was talking about, a lot of people don't think for themselves, so they've learned stuff that they don't need to know, and that actually goes to another thing too, because when you say it makes it harder to learn if you don't if you're just constantly taking in information, all types of bullshit and shit you don't need.
It literally does. It makes it harder because now you just got a bunch of pointless information, bro. That's why it's so important to watch what you're watching who you're watching, bro. And I feel like the biggest thing, Instagram Reels, the Reels, if you're just swiping, bro, that could be one of your biggest downfalls. Because when I say it's just so much pointless information on that shit, bro, it's pointless as fuck. Now, I regenerated my shit. You gotta realize going, especially if you do social media, you're on that bitch. You gotta make it so everything you see is kind of either inspirational or knowledge. There's no pointless shit. Either I'm seeing tape or I'm seeing a workout thing. It gotta be good shit, like, and stuff that's for me, like stuff that I'm okay with programming myself. That's how I look at it. Like, if I'm not okay with this being in my head, I can't watch it.
Yeah, especially, and you also have to think, like, especially when you're waking up in the morning or like right before you go to bed, you don't want to be taking in bullshit. One is gonna affect your dreams, and two, if you practice, like say, boom, earlier that day, you study some Spanish, and then you go back over it before you go to bed that night. That's gonna lead you to learning. It's gonna start going to your subconscious more, because that's the last thing that was on your mind before you went to sleep. That's why, hey, an hour before bed, they say you should put that phone away.
Facts. And I've been getting better at that too. Like, I be listening to my affirmations when I'm asleep. And when I say I've noticed an improvement, Like, it literally changes. It changes the shit I dream about. Cause I was telling you, I was having dreams like niggas was fucking me up. Like, niggas was getting crazy. In dreams, you can't fight back hardly anyway.
Yeah.
So it's you already at a disadvantage. Like, when I say I couldn't walk through a door one time, like, I'm trying to get out the door and I'm running in circles around that bitch. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But, like, that's why I said, like, making good stuff before you go to sleep. Don't be thinking about nothing too negative. Like, try to be positive. Like, if you're really trying to learn something like Spanish or trying to manifest something, like trying to get that stuff in the good things, trying to sow them positive seeds in your head, bro.
Yeah, because it's like, and you got to understand that until the thinking gets right, that's like going to be the most major part. In the book As a Man Think of It, gives you the example of the fat dude. He got hella diseases and stuff like that, and he just keeps trying to throw money. He keeps trying to go to the hospital. Oh, weight loss surgery. Oh, let me take this tumor, or let me just keep throwing money at the problem. But he's gonna keep having the same problem until he changes his thinking. His thinking needs to become, well, first he needs the information. He needs the information of the first principle of a healthy life, which, I'm saying, that's gonna be what you eat, your healthy eating. He doesn't have that information. He's still eating bullshit. He just keep trying to throw money at the problem. And until that thinking changes, he's never gonna change.
Bro, but I just been thinking, like, people that throw money at things like that, like get that weight loss surgery, bro. I feel like that's some of the dumbest shit you can do.
Yeah.
For the simple fact, one, you're gonna go back to being big, bro. That's just facts. Cause you don't have it. You gotta mentally know it up here. Like, you gotta develop that discipline. Like, just having surgery, you don't learn nothing, bro. You're just literally throwing money at the problem.
And until you learn something, you're gonna keep having the same problem until you learn how to deal with it accordingly. A good example of the right line of thinking is all right, you at this shitty job and it low money, long hours, but you want more. When you think while you're at work, you're thinking about more. You dreams of being intelligent, having a lot of money, being where you want to be in life. And the more you think about that, rather than just thinking about how shitty the job is, your world has no choice but to switch over. Like, that job is going to fall out of your life because it's not a part of your thoughts. Your thoughts is on getting money, and you've been sowing the seeds by spending every time you not at work, the time you spending and the resources that you have, even though it might be just a little bit of resources, that shit been compounding. And now you got this capital over here, and you have things you want to do. You've been taking information, your thinking changed, job gone. Now you moving on to life.
Facts. I feel like it's an abundance thinking, bro. Mm-hmm. Abundance. Like, we live in a world of abundance, and but you got to know that up here. Because if you don't know that up here, you're never gonna see it out here.
Facts.
But that is the end of today's video, man. I just want to say thank y'all. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning into another great episode.
Yes, sir, man. Another great episode, man. Y'all finish y'all June off strong, man. First 6 months of the year already over, man. 2023. We still got another half. We got summer coming up. Make sure you have some fun. Make sure you enjoy the present moment. And that's the one big thing. Like, don't be too focused on the past, and don't be too focused on the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you take time, especially in that morning when everything's still, to enjoy the present moment. Because that's always where the joy is going to be. Believe it or not, it's going to be in the present.
Facts. And you brought up something great, bro. You got to look at it halfway through the year. The score is 0-0 now, though.
Yeah.
Fuck what you did the first half. Now, you got to finish strong. Start fast, finish strong type shit.
Yes, sir. Because we men, man. What have you done for me lately? That's what everybody in life gonna ask. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. As always, we love y'all.
Oh.
We out.